pressure. What pressure? Ain't no pressure. I'ma show y'all. I'ma show y'all why I was the best player in the draft. I'm gonna show y'all why I'm the best player in the draft. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic, and today we're gonna talk some basketball, Orlando Magic basketball. Today we're gonna talk about the summer league. We're gonna talk about what is our takeaways from the initial summer league game from the first three picks. We're gonna talk about their summer league debuts. We're gonna break it down exactly where our takeaways. Even though we understand it's just summer league, we're gonna break it down. But like I've been telling y'all before, if you liking the content, make sure you liking the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment on all the videos. Make sure you're sharing the videos on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, any type of social media platform you use. Make sure you're sharing on those same social media platforms. Also, follow me on social media. The links in the description below. We also giving away 30 days free Amazon Prime. If you ain't got Amazon Prime, sign up, get your 30 days free. We giving away 30 days free Amazon Prime. The link is in the description. So hit that link in the description. Get your free 30 days. Also, my links and my social media is in the description as well. So you hit me up, follow me on social media as well. And like I say, like the content, like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this channel growing and growing and growing. Now, let's talk about it because I know, what day was it? Was it Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday when Chet Holmgren made his summer league debut, and everybody was overhyped, and you had people on the message boards talking about, and man, maybe we might have made a mistake in this, that, and the third about not because because Chet had with 24 points, 23 points, and with 6 blocks, and I forgot how many rebounds he had. He just had a good game. Now it was the Salt Lake City version of the summer league, not even the Vegas version of the Salt Lake City version. And it's different levels when it comes to summer leagues and things like that. You got all different type of summer leagues, but the one that's, I guess, the quote unquote name brand, the bigger summer league, is the Vegas one. And I made a point to say this. I'm gonna say it right now. I understand the summer league. I'm not gonna get too hyped or too low about summer league. I said this before the game. I said both Jabari and Paolo could go into this summer league game and score 50 points. I'm not about to overhype it. What we see now, Paolo, the other day versus Jabari was exactly what you wanted to see. Exactly what you wanted to see. He didn't give you too much and he didn't give you too little. It's actually exactly, as a Magic fan, if you were Apollo fan going in, this is what you actually wanted to see. 17 points, 16 assists, 4 rebounds. He was a plus 20 on the court, and you seen him being aggressive. You seen him taking over the game and him showing like, okay, this is my type of team. This is my team. I'm the best player on the court. I'm the best player on the team. I'm the best player on the court. This is why I'm the number 1 overall pick, and there's nobody on this court better than me. That's what you seen. I mean, I know, like, again, it's the summer league. It's playing against a lot of guys who are either young guys or guys who are not going to be in the NBA very long, or NBA at all, be in the G League, going to play overseas. You're playing against a lot of guys, like, you're playing against a lot of journeymen, young guys, G League guys, or guys who are going to end up playing overseas. That's what you're playing. You're not playing against nobody. You're not playing against real competition. So it's not nothing to get overhyped. It's not, oh, okay, this is a superstar here. Oh, it's not that. Now, the one thing, you don't want them to play bad. Like, there's never a reason why you want somebody to play bad basketball or bad whatever. You never want nobody to play bad. So as long as no one's playing bad, as long as you're like, oh, he looks like he's just doesn't belong out here. That's the one sign. And to be honest, you can actually make a case that him going crazy and going like I say 35, 40, 50 points is actually worse than him what he gave you, because that kind of would be taken with a grain of salt, because if you have too great of a game in the summer league, you like, what's going on here? Something's afoot. It's kind of skepticism raising. It's like, something's afoot. He had too good of a game. Something is going on. So you kind of don't, like, I can see why you want that. So like I said, what Paulo gave you, he gave you exactly what you wanted to see. And like I said, like the way he went after Jabari, Like I'm saying he wanted to guard Jabari and the whole the three he hit in Jabari's face and then the jab step, then step back on Jabari. You want to see those type of things. You want to see him use his size. You want to see him use his strength and things like that. So you got to see what you want to see. And like I said, he's showing you why the Magic drafted him, because the things he was showing you is what things that the Magic have been missing. Like I've been saying since the days of Tracy McGrady, we have not had a go-to scorer since Tracy McGrady. I know we've been talking about forget superstars and all stars and all type. We have not had a go-to scorer since 2003 when you trade. 2003 was the last time Tracy McGrady played as an Orlando Magic. He was traded in the 03 season. Oh no, 04. He was 04, 03, 04. It was started 03 season in the 04. So that's the last time. The moment that Tracy McGrady was traded to the Houston Rockets, that is the last time that we've had a go-to predominant scorer on this team. A guy, hey, give me some buckets. And that's what Paolo showed you that he can be. That he can be a guy that, here, give you the buckets. Again, understand some league. I'm not trying to overhype some league or anything like that. Because I'm not saying, oh, he's going to average 7. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying the attitude. That's really the main thing. The attitude that he's showing you. The attitude that he's showing you, that is what you want to see. That's something that you definitely want to see. And then him, like the attitude, like how after the game we said, "No pressure, guys, on my arm." Like his confidence is something that you seen them. And the same thing. Chet actually has the same confidence too when he was talking about how he'll be the best player in the NBA in 2 months. Even though I prefer Jabari was a player who I wanted to draft. You really don't hear that coming out of Jabari. Jabari is a little bit more even keel, a little bit more whatever, and you don't really see that now with Chet. Chet has a huge confidence. Has huge confidence in himself, and Paolo. Think about where he came from. Just think about where he came from. He played at Duke, one of the top prestigious colleges of all time in college basketball. Made it all with Coach K. Made it all the way to the Final Four. Lost to North Carolina, but him being the number one scorer, him being the best player on a Duke team, being the primary scorer, number one scorer, and the best player on Duke is different than being the best player in Auburn, being the best player at Gonzaga, being the best player at Florida State, being the best player at Oklahoma, being the best player at Arizona. Like when you're the best player at North Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas, and Duke means differently. It's there's different levels and kind of a different like star quality when you talk about those programs. And that's one of the reasons why I said, hey, him going to OKC or him going to Houston, I know a lot of Rockets fans definitely wanted him. Like he won't be the primary guy there. They got shot. OKC has shot. Houston has has Jalen Green. In Orlando, he was going to be the primary scorer. He was going to be the focal point of the team, especially being the number one overall pick. And we know when you're the number one overall pick, you're going to be the primary scorer. You're going to be the main attraction. You're going to be the guy who they run the ball through. You're going to get all the shots. You're going to get everything when you're the number one pick, unless it's a team that already has a star player like with a couple years ago when Phoenix drafted DeAndre Ayton number one overall. They already had they already had Devin Booker, so he was going to be the primary guy. Orlando knows this best. They already had Shaq when they got the number one draft pick and trade for Penny. Shaq is going to be the number one guy. Like Shaq is going to be the guy who you lean toward. If Tracy doesn't get traded, if Tracy stays in Orlando, they have the number one overall pick, and they draft Dwight. Tracy's still going to be the guy because Tracy is the franchise player. So it would have been that same situation. In Houston, the franchise player as of right now is going to be Jalen Green. It's going to be Jalen Green. It wouldn't have been Paolo. In OKC, the franchise guy is Shai Alexander. It's not going to be Paolo. It's not going to be Chet. So, I mean, now those guys can emerge and become, like I say, Jabari Smith can emerge and become the guy, but they're going to run the offense through Jalen Green. They're going to run the offense through Shai. Orlando, that's not the case. They're going to run the offense through Paolo. And he's showing you exactly why you want to draft him. Why you draft him number one. Because he's showing you that he's the guy who you can run the offense through, a guy who you can run the team through comfortably. Again, understand Summer League. I'm not even talking about exactly the numbers of the Summer League. I'm talking about more so the confidence. I'm talking about more so how he gonna let them, the ball go in his hand, he gonna let that thing fly. Or he gonna make plays for others. He gonna do all these other things. That's him showing you that right there is showing you, okay, this is what the Magic are looking towards. This is what the Magic are looking towards. That's why the Magic took Paolo over Chet and Jabari. And then when you look at the second Summer League game with Chet, because actually be honest, Chet really didn't have a bad game. The second game, 11 points, 12 rebounds. I mean, if Chet, I'm gonna just use it as an example. If Chet averages that throughout the rest of his career, like say that's his career, 11 points. I mean, actually, I think Chet will be all right. I don't think he's a superstar, but I think Chet will be all right if he can give you that. The thing about Chet, the reason why I wouldn't take him number one overall, is you seen how I forgot what the kid name was using his body and just moving Chet. You seen how he was doing it, which I was saying when people were talking about, people talking about he's too skinny. That's the reason why. It's not even about the whole injury concern. He could be, injuries could happen, but being that size and you gotta go up and you in the paint and you gotta defend against Embiid and Jokic and Giannis, Zion, you gotta Cat, you gotta go against other guys who not even twos, not twos, but not even fives and fours. Just going up against a Ja Morant, Apollo. Like going up against these guys, gonna be able to use their size and use their shoulders to move you out the lane. Like Ja's gonna use his shoulder and dove straight in the dunk on Chet. He's gonna use that shoulder right in them. These other guys, Johnson, they're gonna back him down, elbow. And just because he's 195 pounds, he'll get pushed smooth out the way. So because of that, that was concerning to take him number one. And you seen those things in the Summer League early on, that he can get moved a little bit. Paolo, 19 years old, 6'10", 250. He a grown man already. And he used his size against Jabari. So if he uses size against Jabari has a decent NBA body. There's nothing wrong with Jabari's NBA body. Jabari has a decent NBA body. Chet, who has a below NBA body. Chet has a below, football is different, but he has a below NBA body. If he was like 6'4", like if he was 6'4", 195, we'd be like, he's kind of small. Just damn sure if you over 7 foot. So Paolo and whoever, they'll be able to move him as well. So that's the concern, and I definitely see why the Magic didn't go that route. Not definitely see. I knew the Magic wasn't gonna go that route, and you see exactly why. Again, I wanted Jabari because of the shooting. I wanted Jabari because the shooting. You can't the shooting is gonna be there, but Paolo is NBA ready right now. Like Paolo is ready to step on the NBA court right now. Don't know how much Summer League Paolo is going to play. I really don't know. I don't know because Summer League is different now than it used to be. Like I said, I've been watching Summer League for a while. That's why you can't get too hyped about Summer League because remember we watched Mario Hezonja, his first Summer League game, hit a game winning 3, and we thought that Mario Hezonja was going to be the guy. So if anything, that right there tells you that Summer League does not mean anything. They've done a little bit more things with Summer League now. It's more broadcast than it was years ago. Like I think ever since like the whole Lonzo Ball draft, like Lonzo and Jason Tatum and Markelle Fultz and De'Aaron Fox, like that draft class there made Summer like that's when the Vegas Summer League really took off, and it's all on ESPN and this coverage and this and this that and the third. And now I've seen that they even got Summer League rings now. So whoever wins the Summer League championship, or whoever wins the Summer League tournament this year, they're going to get actual jewelry. They're going to get actual summer league rings. So you actually will be classified, I guess, as an actual champion. So they're actually trying to make summer league a little bit more competitive than it's been in years past. They're trying to get, put new little nuances and put little rewards and things like that to make it be a little bit more enticing, a little bit more competitive, a little bit. I think it's all for generate ratings. That's really all it is. It's all about money. It's all to generate ratings, all to generate people to watch because, oh, hey, if we do all this, one, the fans are going to hear that, okay, Summer League actually means something. And then the players, they be like, okay, hey, I would definitely want to play Summer League. So I think it's a little bit more of that. It's about generating ratings. It's about making money. That's all it really is. That's the reason why they're doing things like that. Even though it wasn't a packed house, but the game against the Rockets was very, very yeah, it was a lot more people in the game than normally. Now I know, like I say, the Lonzo year because how LeVar and all that was going on, and how LeVar was all on TV, and a lot of people were watching those games as well because I think he put like a spotlight on that draft class. But it was a lot of people at the game. I know a lot of people got mad because it was supposed to be on ESPN. They got moved from ESPN to ESPNU because of the whole hockey draft, which I thought was absurd. Because you knew the hockey draft was going on before you scheduled that game, so you should have already had it on another channel instead of telling people it's going to be on ESPN and then you put it on ESPN it's not there. Like that was a ball that the ESPN themselves dropped. No pun intended. But and also speaking of the game, you seen the Magic players of the game as well. You seen Jalen Suggs, you seen Markelle Fultz, you seen Chuma Kiki, you seen Wendell, you seen Cole Anthony, you seen RJ played, and surprisingly, shockingly, you seen Jonathan Isaac. That was probably that was the biggest one when I seen Ji there. I'm like, okay, because we've been talking about this for a while, and shout out to the Ozone podcast because Anthony from Ozone said this not too long ago that we ever noticed that Ji doesn't post anything social media wise about the Magic, and how do we feel about this? And I actually peeped that too. That Ji does anything, doesn't say anything, doesn't comment anything, doesn't like. It's like he kind of like disses and stuff that he doesn't play basketball. Like you really don't know. If you didn't know who Jonathan Isaac was, you wouldn't know he played basketball from the way he goes about things. And that's a conversation for another day. But so to see him at the game, I was surprised, pleasantly surprised, and wondering really where his minutes gonna come from because obviously Paolo's going to be the starter. I see no reason, no way that Paolo's not the starter at the 4. Unless they don't start Franz. Because Franz, I think, will be the starter at the 3. And J.I.'s actually played his whole career as the 3 because he played with AG, and AG played the 4. Like the last time Jonathan Isaac played basketball was in the bubble. And AG was still on the team. So he's always played at the 3 unless AG's not on the court. Like unless AG is not on the court, like unless AG's on the bench at the time or AG didn't play that game or something like that. But from a opening day, everything starting type standpoint, J.I. goes in as a 3. It's been going in as a 3. So J.I. could still go in as the 3 starting if he's fully healthy. But would you start him over Franz? I don't think so. Not after the season that Franz had last year. Or you could start him and just not give him as many minutes. I mean, it's a lot of different ways you can go about it. Don't know exactly what they're going to do. But that was just interesting to me to see that everybody was there, especially seeing J.I. And I'm glad to see him there because everybody else on the team seems very close. J.I. seems like he's the odd man out. Even now that you add in Paolo seems like he fits in with everybody as well. So I definitely like I say, J.I. seems like he's the odd man out. I want to see J.I. I want to see J.I. in with the rest of and then with the rest of the cool kids, because it's a very young team. I know I talked about this the other day. Outside of Terrence Ross and outside of Terrence Ross, was, I think 31, and we just re-signed him. Dang, I can't think of his name just that quick, and we just re-signed him. Gary Harris, who's 27, 28. Everybody else is 25. Everybody else is 24 and younger. Like both, Markel and J.I. are 24. Chuma and Chuma, Wendell are 23. I think Obama's 24 as well. Cole's 22. Wichita's 20. RJ's 21. So is Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs and RJ, they both 20. Jalen Suggs and RJ are both 21. Franz is 20, and then obviously Paolo just turned 19. Well, not just turned 19, but he's 19. And then Bobo, who we just re-signed, he's 21 or 22. I can't remember. He's 21 or 22. I can't remember that who he is. Somewhere in there. So these are all young guys. I mean, I guess if you count Mo Wagner's 25. But just a young group of guys, and I don't think Terrence Ross is going to be on this team after the trade deadline. So he's the only one that's over 30 or to 30. So it's a very young team, and I want to see everybody, like I said, the cohesion, everybody together. And like I said, but what we've seen out of Apollo so far in Summer League is what we've wanted to see. What we want to see. It's not going to get too high, too low. It doesn't really mean anything as far as the grand scheme of things, as far as like the point totals and things like that, because at the end of the day, it's still Summer League. It doesn't mean anything, doesn't count for anything. But you want to see these type of performances. You don't want to see nothing bad, obviously. You want to see these type of performances, and I think he's showing you exactly what the Magic were thinking when they drafted him and why he was number 1 overall pick. Like, subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. I holla.